Cancer compatible with Aquarius. Cancer is a cardinal water initiative sign. And of course, they always coming up with new ways on how to deal with their feelings and emotions. Also, Cancer is exalted in Taurus. And of course, that's all about being down to earth, being practical, and of course, stability, safety, and security. Also, Cancer falls in Scorpio, which is compromise here. So this is going to be a circumstance situation where Cancer may have to work very hard to not get too fixated, or they may have to work hard to get fixated and get initiative on the way on how they can feel about something. They always coming up with new ways on how to feel and deal with their feelings and emotions. Also, Cancer is the fourth zodiac sign of the motherfucking zodiac. So also Cancer represents the fourth house, aka the space and location when it comes to your privacies, your family, your home. Cancer also is opposite Saturn, aka Capricorn. So opposites attract. So these two is going to find more connection compared to all zodiac signs. And of course, it's compatible here too. So it's not going to be a circumstance situation where nobody going to be compatible unless it's Capricorn and Cancer. Everybody can be compatible. It's all about the spiritual side, the spiritual natures that you're basically reciprocated in. Also, Aquarius. This is the 11th house of the zodiac sign. Aquarius is also co-ruled by Uranus. Also, Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. Also, Aquarius is the other side of Saturn. Also, Aquarius is the 11th house, which is the unknown, the unfamiliar. And of course, this is a circumstance situation where, being that that's the unknown, the unfamiliar, Aquarius also is pretty much predicated towards change, uniqueness, originality. Also rebellious at that perspective. Aquarius can also be put in positions where they're very open to love and be a humanitarian. Cancer is only open to be loved when it comes to privacy. So this is going to be a circumstance situation where it's going to be a little bit of conflict. Because of course, Cancer wants the Aquarius to be predicated towards home, family, what's the nest about. But you're going to have the Aquarius out there to basically try to save the world, be Superman or superhero. So there's going to be a little bit of clash in between there. So for us, Aquarius is very detached when it comes to love. Like they feel the need to basically be out there and separate from love and not basically bogged down. That's like you're a superhero. But of course, if you're in a relationship, and in jail though. You're tied up, you're cuffed up. You can't move and shit. You gotta save the world. You like Hancock when his ass is acting up a little bit, and they put his ass in prison because he was acting a fool. You feel the need to basically get out there and go save the world. Because nobody can. It's like this positioning. When Spider-Man was a superhero, for some reason he stopped. I don't know why. I think it was because something. But as you can see, a whole lot of crime went up. A whole lot of shit was going on. That's like not having Aquarius in this world. If you ain't got Aquarius in this world, how you gonna be able to rebel and go against people, places, and things, and circumstances, and situations of people taking over the world, or fucking putting people in positions where they gotta do things that they don't want to do? If you ain't got Aquarius here, then how are you gonna be rebellious? How you gonna basically value individual freedom, value the ways of how people basically cope with each other? So you need that shit. Also, when it comes to Aquarius and Cancer, sex, like the sex is great. Sex is wonderful too. It's alienation sex actually, because these are two zodiac signs that are going to be dealing with in conjunction. So they're going to be dealing with misunderstandings, not being understood, or not being able to stand above or stand with each other to basically cope with each other. Cancer is going to be all into their feelings, and of course, Aquarius is going to be all into their mind when they having sex with the Cancer. See, the feelings are going to be there for Aquarius, but Aquarius is not going to express the feelings. Aquarius is going to be like Saturn, very hard and very restrictable when it comes to expressing themselves. So Aquarius, see, the sex is going to be good, though. No doubt about that. Cancer is going to basically be striving for more and more and more and more and more. Aquarius is going to feel the need to basically look at the Cancer like, okay, you being very kind of boisterous on this time, a.k.a. you trying to trap me during this time. That's going to be a circumstance situation on how it's going to play out. Also, this is going to be a position where Aquarius and Cancer are going to put themselves in positions of having to learn how to cope with each other. AKA Cancer got to learn how to like get out their feelings a little bit and get with the mind, intellect at times, which is very hard because Cancer is a water sign. You're always going to feel. Always going to feel it in their gut. And of course, Aquarius is not gonna want to cope with feelings and emotions. Of course, Aquarius look at it like it's not they territory to basically be in their feelings and emotions. So it's gonna be kind of like something that they're gonna have to deal with when it comes to the misunderstandings. But of course, Aquarius can show the Cancer how to be more unique and original when it comes to thinking and intellect on their own perspective. And of course, that's not gonna be an issue because Cancer already knows shit. But when they try to cope with each other, they're gonna have their own differences. This is also gonna be a circumstance situation where, like, these two are gonna like pretty much feel the need that they should separate because Aquarius is not gonna be there all the time to basically fulfill the Cancer unless Aquarius got a little bit of Capricorn in their chart. And of course, cool. But the actions is going to speak louder than words. So if the Aquarius is a sun sign, and the actions are going to show, but the feelings and emotions is always going to be there to say, you know what, maybe I should cope with this person, maybe I should connect with this person. So that's the difference between the actions and the reactions. The reactions will be cool, but if the actions ain't there for the Cancer to basically see, it's not going to basically go hand in hand with each other. Also, the trust issues. Cancer is not going to trust Aquarius because Cancer feels that Aquarius is not pretty much dare to be able to actually cope or love or show or hug the person. It's like, damn, I can't trust this person with my emotions if they not always here. Of course, Aquarius is going to be like, damn, I can't trust the Cancer because the Cancer is not with me to basically experience new things. So I can't really trust somebody if they're not willing to basically go with the new strand and a new way to do things. So it's gonna be a circumstance situation where these two is not gonna be able to basically cope with each other on those kind of ends, on those kind of terms. So also, when it comes to the things that they value, see, Cancer's value information. Well, Cancer value wisdom, knowledge. Also, Cancer values home, family, nurturing and caring, and of course, being there for the family, making sure everything is co-created. See, Aquarius values new intellect, new information, new experiences, new technology, new uniqueness, new originality, new ways on how to cope with the world and society, humanitarian, of course, coming up with new perspectives and new experiments. So if these spiritual experiments is not coping with each other on in the way they value things, it's gonna be a circumstance situation where they may feel the need to basically break apart. Also, this is gonna be a circumstance situation where these two are gonna like pretty much clash a lot too, because of course they're not gonna value the same shit. And if you ain't valuing the same shit in a relationship, then what's the point of being in a relationship? But see, shit can work out if y'all get on y'all spiritual shit. But if y'all just lost into y'all desires and shit, then it's not gonna really actually be able to grow. Also, when it comes to intellect and communication, see, these two can talk. That's cool and everything. They can talk and interact and keep a conversation. Because, of course, Jupiter is exalted here, which is opportunities for the Aquarius to be unique and original. Of course, be open-minded. And, of course, you got Pisces here, which is also another perspective where they can take their visions and cope it with the Cancer. Also, Aquarius is exalted in Scorpio, and the moon falls in Scorpio. So Aquarius can get that Cancer going again, which is good because that's the outer planets. And Aquarius is going to bring the outer tools to basically help Cancer. Also, Aquarius falls in Taurus, so that means Cancer can basically bring material and bring stability and practicality to the Aquarius life, which is cool, which is going to be the connection for these two to basically grasp towards too. And of course, you got the other side of Saturn, which is for the Aquarius, and of course, the opposites, the Cancer. So this is going to be a circumstance situation that you already know. Cancer is the other side of Leo, which is the sun, and Aquarius is the other side, and Capricorn is the other side of Aquarius, which is Uranus. So opposites attract. So these are two that can basically work some shit out in some alienated way. they can really work some shit out also. So it's not gonna be a circumstance situation where it's gonna be hard. It's just gonna be two differences. Like Cancer will have to basically uphold the household. Aquarius is gonna be there, but Aquarius is gonna be wanting to wander off, go get out there, get out in the world and experience and shit. So Cancer can do the same shit too, but of course it takes some time. And of course, Cancers don't like to change that fast, but Aquarius is very changeable and they like to switch things up at times too. So Cancer may have to deal with this. Aquarius is gonna have to deal with the Cancer's ways. But if y'all two can understand that each other's comfortability and security about things, and y'all can basically bring this in together, everything can be good. So that's Cancer and Aquarius for now.